Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like 8 o'clock. And I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom coming from Helen's place, who is a lady I met in the hallway a little while ago. My place is full of people, and it's hard to do videos there. But what people are doing, this is especially coming to Perlo Day. Perlo on December 15th, Perlo Day, right? Where we do the Perlo song and Perlo dance and all in the fields and there's much frolic, that one, right? Uh, what people are doing are subscribing, hitting the bell and commenting on the bottom, and we're enjoying the energies of each other. This is what's happening. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna create this amazing environment where we're all gonna go to hockey games together. We're gonna fly in our YouTube sensation jet. Maybe I was thinking about getting a tank. A tank would be fun. Let's get a Pearls of Wisdom tank. POW. Okay, that wasn't so funny. Okay, so I said I was going to do a video here on the whole shenanigans that happened yesterday with the Washington Capitals. I can't remember the name, but somebody in the comment section made I think it's Puckline or something like that. One of the YouTubers, one of the fine programming out there, talked about how Washington was not a good spot because they were coming off of a long road trip, and it was the first game from a long road trip. Now, as you know, I don't generally follow a set algorithm. However, Professor MJ, highly recommend him. Check it out, French-Canadian guy. It's fantastic. He's got an amazing algorithm. I'd highly recommend you listen to him, listen to Ricketts Picks and me together. Not against these puck line guys or whatever the case may be, but I find that they tend to, not give information. Like Professor MJ actually explains his algorithms right out for you to understand. Now, for me, I run on energies. So let's get back to this Washington situation. It's true. Yes, I've heard this before and I've looked into it as well, that after a long road trip, there's the first game of first home game after a long road trip, it definitely takes the percentages of a team's winning. I think I had Washington yesterday at 70%. Normally against the Jackets, I've had much higher. Now, there's something else that people brought up, was that Washington has historically struggled with the Columbus Blue Jackets. I don't really put too much stock in that. Most of that is generally situational. Not to mention, I can put stock in that in certain cases. Columbus is a hardworking team, okay? In the past, Washington has not been known for being a hardworking team, in which case they could undervalue Columbus and get their ass kicked from being outworked. I've mentioned this over and over again about Columbus. Here's the thing though, this year, Washington has not been like that. Washington has probably been playing, the Capitals have been playing the best hockey that I've seen them in the regular season. They played this good in the playoffs, but this may be the best I've ever seen them play in the regular season. If you're asking me who's going to win the Cup this year, it's probably between them and Colorado right now, because they're playing the same game. Now, everything I've seen up until this point has Washington crushing the Columbus Blue Jackets without Werenski on D. If you look, they've had road trips before and come back and have been fine. It hasn't been something that they haven't been following that line. So I look at from that perspective. That being said, I said that it was a 70% chance that they were going to win that game. So what does that mean? 30% chance they're not. Now, if you ask me what's the chance that they're going to play as horrible as they did yesterday, and I'd like to talk to the center ice people, by the way. Why the heck wasn't that game on there? We're paying a lot of money for that, and we should be getting every freaking game. Anyways, apparently they couldn't pass the puck, they couldn't do this, all that stuff like that. How many times is that going to happen to the Washington Capitals in a year? Maybe once all year. So it's the once all year. If I'm going percentages, if I have that game again, I'm going Washington. I'm going the Capitals again. You can keep on going that on the money, on the statistic of because they were on a long road trip and playing that game. And I've never even actually heard this from Professor MJ before. I don't even think he takes this into account, because it's also, if you look at it statistically, is an overplayed. It's an overplayed line angle. So there's that. I'm doing it again. You can keep on going against the Caps in that situation. I say the Caps win that 7 out of 10 games. That was one of the ones that they didn't. Now, the other game, like I said, the Ottawa, if you look at the video, the Ottawa-Boston game, I wasn't sure about Boston. I think I only gave them 60% to win. I might want to be a little clearer. If it was me and I'm betting, remember, I don't bet. I'm just getting my mind into the betting concept. I'm more about the game of hockey and stuff, but I thought this was really a really good angle to understand the energies and everything that isn't really brought up out there. Boston's energy has been off, and they could easily have overlooked Ottawa, and I said that. So I probably would have played something to the effect of Ottawa, and they're probably getting a game and a half. Take the game and a half in Ottawa, in which case you would have won. Like I mentioned in my video, I was very more disappointed with the Calgary game. So you can look at my video as why that is. But going back to Washington again, a team that's that well coached, that has been playing at the level that they have been playing at, and plays the type of style that they play now, which in the past have not played. Jackets could beat a team like Washington in the past because they played a free-flowing system and they could outwork them. Washington now doesn't. They actually play a system now under McKinnon that, or McKinnon, what the heck's his name? That McKinnon, that is almost exactly like the way Columbus plays. They're all over you. As soon as you get on a puck, they're on the puck before you. And they have more talent at everything than Columbus. I say 7 out of 10 times. And if it's not in that situation where you had a long road trip, also, okay, I wanted to say this as well. I keep on going, oh, it's all right. Here's the reason why the problem is for a long road trip. You have a long road trip. You're away from your family for a long time. I don't care how much money you have. It doesn't matter, all of that shit. You're going to come back, and they've got to take care of family. What happens is there's sort of a disconnect with the team. It's like the energy gets broken. Especially on a long road trip, you've had this bonding experience. Now it's like this different flow. You get back with your family. Maybe you're having an argument with your wife, or, just situations that happen, different relaxed, and then you got to get back into the groove again. It's actually even worse, honestly, if there's only one game in between. If you go from a long road trip, you come back and it's only one game, then my percentage even goes down further. But they had 2. The percentages goes down further because your day's probably rushed. You have stuff that you have to set up. You got to get taken care of. Your wife's like, we got to do this shit. I need your help, blah, 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 whatever. If you're single guys, when they get home, they have girlfriends. You know what happens there, right? They share pearls of wisdom necklaces together and such. And it changes the energy. The thing is, the Washington Capitals are such a tight-knit team. I don't think that's going to affect them that much. If it's another team against another team, I may increase the percentage of that taking effect. There is validity to that stat. However, I don't think in that place that it's enough validity for me not to take the Caps, and I would do it again. So that's my answer to you all. I had so many letters I didn't even know. I couldn't even read them all. So I'm not going to. But because if I read one, I feel like I'm leaving everybody out, and it makes them feel empty inside. And I don't want that. We want to feel full inside. Yes. Anyways, Have a great day. Lots of love to you.